So when God is your first love, that means you strive, first of all, to know him. You love him so much, you want to know him. That's your first priority. When God is your first love, your primary objective, one of your paramount objective is to get to know him and get to understand him. When God is your first love, you want to know, understand him, you want to love him. And so everything you do, therefore, comes out of that love that you have for him. So if you are going to university, you want to go and study what he wants you to study. So his will becomes your command. His will becomes your priority. So when God is your first love, you want to live for his will. You want to find out, you don't want to make any step without making him guide you. You don't want to make your own plans. You want to find out what are his own plans, and you want to live in accordance to those plans. You want to find out his purpose for your life. You want to find out what he created you for. You want to find out his agenda, and you want to now begin to live for that agenda. That is, and you want to do it with all your pleasure, with all the joy in life. That means you are living according to the pattern that God has made for you even before you came to this world. So when God is your first love, the reason you want to go to university is because you have discovered that he wants you to become so and so, and you want to go and study and be the best in that field, so that you'll be able to glorify him the best, so that you'll be able to love him the most, so that you'll be able to express yourself to him the best you could, so that you could be the best in that area that could only express God that way. That's why you go to university. You don't just go to university, but most of us, what do? We want to go to university to get a good job. So you are the love of your life. Job and income is your Lord. So God is not your number one. So your priority is being dictated by your greed. Your priority is being dictated by your ego, by your selfishness. Your priority is being dictated by your desire to make it. Your priority is being dictated by your survival instinct, instead of your priority to be dictated by the fact that the Father has revealed to you that you are supposed to be so and so. And because you know that you are supposed to be so and so, that is why he sent you to this world, and that's why you're supposed to glorify him. You go to university to study in that line, so that you'll be able to, glorify him in the best possible way. You'll be able to live according to pattern. When God is your first love, you know exactly why you are studying hard. You know exactly why you are not going to discotheque, why you are not messing around when all other people are messing around. You know exactly why you are doing what you are doing. You know exactly why you are, depriving yourself of what other people are doing. When you want to go and make money, you know, because, okay, I need to become a millionaire or a billionaire because I'm supposed to be this. This is the instruction of God for my life. I want to, and being a millionaire, God doesn't need to tell you to go and be a millionaire. But if you know that whatever you want to become, you need money there, then that's why you are saying, okay, I need to become a millionaire to be able to do what God wants me to do. Your business therefore has a purpose. The money you are making therefore has a purpose. So you are putting extra energy into doing that business where you are making and going through such a sacrifice that other human beings are not willing to go through because they don't have a purpose for it. But you have a purpose for it. So when God is your first love, you are addicted to everything you do. You are the best. You strive to be the best in everything you do because you know why. You know why you are doing everything. Everything is explainable. So when you want to go and get a wife or a husband, you don't just want to marry because you want to just meet your own sexual or some human needs. It's because you know that there is something that God wants to do through you, and there is a reason and a purpose for that marriage, and you want to use that marriage to love him more and to use that marriage as a means to even glorify him and know him better and all that. So you have an agenda for that marriage. You have an agenda for those children. You have an agenda for what you want to do. Not just because that is what everybody is doing in the society. Not just because that's what the relatives are asking for. No. If you are living like that, then God is not your priority. Then God is not your first love. Your first love is fear of man. Your first love is your self-image. Your first love is your reputation. Your first love is your relatives and what everybody will say. Your first love is public opinion and love for self. It's not God. So, there is no greater life to live on earth than when God is your first love. When you make God your first love, wow. I mean, there is a reason, there is an explanation, there is a clarity about everything you do in your life. But when God is not your first love, it's just like you are thrown up in the, out in the Amazon bush or Amazon forest of Latin America. You've never been there before, and you need to find your way out. You are just lost. But when for God is your first love, all the lights are on. You are not groping anymore. You know exactly what you are doing and why you are doing them. There is an explanation. There is a purpose to every action. There is a reason to every day and to every hour of the day. So when for God to be your first love is to do everything with a purpose, with everyone's purpose, with everyone's agenda. And when God is your first love, it means you desire to want to, first of all, please Him, know Him, understand Him, do His will, live for Him, and reveal Him to people. So the topic of today is when God